I'm hungry. Ready, down!
Enjoy that fried egg taste without a single sizzle in your skillet. Enjoy TORRES TAPAS fried egg flavored potato chips. Your favorite Spanish fried egg recipe encapsulated in a glorious potato chip with that signature TORRES crunch that cannot be beat. With one single addictive taste, you'll find out why TORRES has been creating gourmet potato chips since 1969.
How's it going, folks? It's your good buddy DJ Clive here to bring you another tasty yet experimental episode of Limbo, Grub. Fried egg flavored potato chips? What will they think up next? Oh, hey, Donut. You don't like what? You can't possibly be talking about these chips. Come on, Donut, you of all people should know that every dog has its day. I spent over a decade being YouTube's punching bag, and now finally I'm enjoying a little moment of clarity. I've gone through all the stages of grief, and all that's left is acceptance. And I gotta be honest, there's something euphoric about it. Donut, I've already died 5 or 6 times in Limbo, and it's not all that bad. I'm sure that whatever is coming, if anything, is really nothing to worry over. And wasn't it Baz Luhrmann who once said that worrying is about as useful as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubblegum? Not only do I refuse to take your bait, you negative Nancy, but I have a strong feeling that something great is going to happen to me today. I don't know what, I don't know when, I don't know if it will happen during the course of this show, but I feel it. It's kind of like a tingly feeling in my loins. Forget about him. I am in such a good mood for once, and I have such a good sounding food item for once. I am not gonna let anybody get me down. In fact, while I'm feeling so high on Afterlife right now, it's the perfect time to spit out another episode of Mocha's Limbo Grub 10! At its core, Limbo Grub is little more than a stupid comedy / food review show, but every once in a while in a show that involves so much talking, it's typical for the host to go all Dr. Amp on you. Here now and again, you find yourself in the zone, spewing an invisible script spawned not just by strong opinion, but strong feeling. And when you snap out of it, you don't even realize that you are now standing on a soapbox. That's right, I'm talking about the good old-fashioned rant! And Limbo Grubs had more than a few of them. With this list, prepare for things to get preachy. Prepare for an overwhelming dose of vitriol, and watch out for those stampeding high horses! It's DJ Clive's personal top 10 epic rants of Limbo Grub!
Number 10. V8 defeats the general purpose of beverages.
Food is one thing. With beverages, to me at least, beverages follow strict rules, or at least they should. Like, beer, hard alcohols, whiskeys, stuff of that nature. What is V8? What is it? It doesn't fit into any of those categories. It is literally, by itself.
Number 9. A plea for better supermarket etiquette.
They'll take some cellophane package of tripe and they'll put it in the cereal section. And what happens? The thing drips and defrosts and it gets all over the cereal boxes. It wastes the tripe, it wastes the cereal, it stinks up the whole aisle. And for what? Because you didn't want it at that moment in time. Drives me absolutely berserk. And then you'll have people who actually take items off the shelf and open it up and eat them as they're shopping. And then sometimes they'll just put it back open and they won't even pay for it. They just needed a snack while they were walking around. I mean, how inconsiderate is that?
flavor. Good promotion, bad execution.
Classic beer cheese. Maybe you could have like some kind of Irish pub singers like the Saw Doctors on the front of this. Flamin' Hot Dill Pickle Remix. When you think of remix, I think of dubstep. Get like Skrillex on this. Wavy Electric. Lime and sea salt. What is Slash doing these days? Not a whole lot. Put him on the cover of this, with his hat and his hair in front of his face, jamming on those chords. Think of how cool that would be. Wouldn't that have been such a better idea, huh? But no, we don't do anything like that. The road not traveled, huh?
Number 7, the Rodimus Prime analogy.
They ask Rodimus the simple question, what do we do now? And Rodimus's reaction is classic. He turns to them with a slight grin and a twinkle in his eye, and basically says, I fucked up. I gotta go now. Don't try and follow me. And if I die trying to regain your trust and re-establish the good name of DJ Clive, at least I won't be going out as a Rodimus. I'll be going out as an Optimus!
Number 6, Bacon People exist, and they're taking over.
Bacon people. Yeah, they exist.
Bacon People, Bacon People.
Not gonna register!
All of this hubbub! Well, there are people who have like, I don't know, there's like cons! There's like all sorts of public meetings about bacon! There are public holidays! There are parades! People parade about bacon! There are bacon conventions! I don't understand what all the hoopla is about if this is what the taste is!
Number 5, the Bug Infestation Conspiracy.
Because it hasn't happened since, and that is the specific yearly bug infestations that we used to get. Gypsy moth caterpillars, the flying ants, the slugs, the inchworms, the gnat epidemic. How did it happen in the first place? And what happened in between then and now to keep it from happening? Is it new pesticides that are in the air, or was the whole thing run by the government to begin with? Was the whole infestation era of the world just completely orchestrated and artificial?
Number 4, people forget. Ebenezer Scrooge and the Grinch were good people.
Let's deal with Ebenezer Scrooge for now. At the end of that story, he couldn't have been more overflowing with Christmas spirit. He was giving out his money, his hard-earned money. How the heck did he make that money anyway? But his hard-earned money he was just shelling out to people on the street for free. He was throwing it around like a man who was late on air. The Grinch's story was even more understandable. He was persecuted. He had to live up on a hill while everybody else lived in this nice cozy town in the middle of nowhere. His hill was covered in snow. He was freezing. He was in misery all the time. But it was just like, the Who's were over here. You get to stay over there, you piece of filth. You green furry nothing. All because he didn't look like them. And so, next Christmas, if you see somebody who's clearly not enjoying themselves, think twice before you call them a Scrooge or a Grinch. Because we as humans need to stop dwelling on all the negativity when there's a whole lot of positivity out there that you don't see.
Number 3, the Hyundai story.
And one day, on my way home from work, the same exact thing started to happen. The temperature gauge went up, all this black smoke started billowing out the sides of the freaking hood. I even saw a few flames this time around. Till eventually, the mechanic came out, called my name and said, hey, that car you brought in? We had to cap it like Old Yeller. Shouldn't I be eligible for some kind of compensation? And the mechanic, he said this to me with a straight face. He said, that was that Hyundai. This is this Hyundai. And we don't honor their work.
Number 2, Rogan fish in your stocking. The worst thing that can happen on Christmas.
I think of Frosty the Snowman melting in that greenhouse, or Tiny Tim dying from that unknown illness, Kevin McAllister being left alone by negligent parents, a little two-dimensional dog being bullied by a disgruntled mailman, Ernie giving away his rubber ducky to buy Bourbon Box for his paper clips, Bert selling his paper clips to buy a soap dish for Ernie's rubber ducky, the Grinch stealing all of Bluebeard's presents, Astro the dog swallowing toy and suffocating, or maybe Alf trying to claw a man off a ledge, Krampus eating little children who don't do their chores, Kid Miser and the Snow Miser just not getting along, Burgermeister, I'm on Christmas and declaring toys illegal.
Number 1, DJ's State of YouTube Address.
We YouTube people, we do what we have to do to try to stay afloat. And if that means accepting some money from some outside sources, then so be be it. And each one of us, we handle it a different way. Some of us, we have to take that money to keep the roof over our head. Some of us, we take that money to pour into the show and make it better. And the ones who are really well off, the PewDiePies of the world, they take that money and they pile it up in a corner and they sit on it like a throne and they bask in their opulence. But what do we do to this show? What do we do to the show? That would be great. That's living the American dream right there. That's being paid just to be yourself. But it's not myself, and it's not you either. To be hawking all this useless crap that I know you don't use. Not the only fruit bar, I don't eat it. The freaking pink taupe, I've never used the service in my life. We're just whores. We're whores. Fine. I'll do the ad read because I have Globodox's invisible leash up my rear end. Agree with my list? Disagree with my list? Am I sitting here with egg on my face right now? Let me know in the comment sections down below. Fried egg flavored potato chips by TORRES TAPAS. TORRES. Why does that sound familiar? TORRES. TORRES Selecta? Think happy thoughts, stay in the zone, Well, here's a flavor that I'm surprised didn't exist until now. What an excellent idea! Oh, be quiet, you! What we're looking at here is what I perceive to be some kettle-cooked, hard, crunchy chips with a little bit of extra flavor. This seems like it's going to be such a great idea, such a natural idea that I can't believe it didn't exist until now, but maybe I should temper down my exuberance. Maybe I shouldn't count my chickens before they're hatched. Time to crack open this egg, I mean crack open this bag and see what's doing. You must be yolking! These smell strongly like regular unflavored potato chips. They smell like good unflavored potato chips, but not egg-flavored potato chips. Perhaps I didn't give them enough time to incubate. And are these kettle cooked? I can't see. It's not really indicated on the bag. But when you look at one of these chips, you feel it in your fingers. It looks just like a regular run-of-the-mill Lay's chip, but it feels a little bit harder in your hands. So maybe it's kettle cooked or something's different going on here. I don't know. What the? People at home, read the fine print before you chew. I didn't find any information on the kettle cooking process or whatever, but I did find something that you should probably know before you eat this. Right, number one, this product does not include egg. Find that hard to believe? I do. I mean, most potato chips, yeah, they're junk food, but anytime I've had a bag of potato chips on this show that had some kind of flavor advertised, it had a little bit of that specific ingredient in the actual chip. What the heck is in here that makes it taste like an egg then? I think I have an idea, a certain chemical. So we're going on to number two here. This product contains a chemical known to the state of California to cause cancer, birth defects, or other reproductive harm. And here I thought this whole episode was just gonna be taken over by egg puns. There's no material there to go on for hours! There's an ingredient in here that could cause cancer? What will happen if you take that ingredient out? Will you still have a potato chip? Something tells me you will, so take it out! Shut up! Good things are gonna happen to me today, right? Good! I don't want to eat this now! And how many people are just gonna shove these down their gullet without ever having read the ingredients, huh? I bet you most people who eat potato chips don't read the ingredients beforehand. This is stuff they should know! If you're not gonna take that chemical out of your potato chip, you need to emblazon this bag with a big red font saying that this might cause disease! And I know nobody's gonna buy your product as a result of that, but it's your own fault for putting that ingredient in there! I should be safe. You wanna know why? Because I am in New York. This only affects people in California. Yeah, so go ahead, Manja, eat these as a nice little road snack. But just don't cross that California border. I have a feeling I'm really gonna enjoy the way this tastes, but unfortunately, I mean, I gotta be safe. I'm gonna only have one of these chips and maybe toss the rest of the bag out because that's just a buzzkill right there. I mean, why even put the product out at that point? You gotta pull this thing from the shelves. I mean, maybe it was the state of California just being all uppity about it and saying, "Oh, is this?" But everybody else is like, "Oh no, it's fine. Yeah, you can put it out on the shelves. Why not?" But it's just this one state is kind of like the outlier. I mean, who's the bad guy here? The Torres Selected Company for putting it out, or the state of California? You decide. All right. Well, because this is basically a stunt show, I got to take the risk for you. So I'll let you know what it tastes like, and maybe this is a taste that you're never ever going to taste just by sheer principle. Holy hell. Damn, that's good. It's so good, I want to have another. Can I have another? I hope that one day I don't look back on this video and say, DJ Clive, what a freaking idiot you were. I covered a lot of ground on this show, but never did I expect to ever be in this situation. That I have a food item right in front of me that tastes so damn delectably delicious, but I have to cut myself off from eating it because it has potential harmful side effects. What it tastes like is a potato chip, a very light tasting potato chip with a very light tasting fried egg taste and a very, very hard crunch. If you can picture that in your brain, which I really hope you can because I can't request that you eat this, try to imagine that in your brain. That's the taste. This is going to be one of the hardest grades that I've ever had to give to a product. Perhaps even the hardest grade I have ever had to come up with. Because the food critic in me wants to give this the top honors because it's so good I can eat a whole bag of this easy. But I can't recommend that you do that. Because I had the wherewithal to read the finest of fine print in the ingredients that they try to hide from us. I had the kerfuffle earlier where I was trying to figure out if it was kettle cooked or not. If that hadn't happened, I would have just eaten this blissfully unaware of this little tidbit, this important tidbit of information. So what do I do? I mean, I have to take some points off for that. But it's so damn difficult because it's either one way or another way. It's either the best of the best or it's inedible. Which way do you go? Maybe, well, it's either a 5-star rating, it's the best thing that you've ever eaten, or a 0-star rating, it's completely not supposed to be eaten. So you come down in the middle at 2.5 stars. You're witnessing a breakthrough here on Limbo Grub. Because this score is the first and perhaps only score I'm ever going to give out that has nothing to do with the taste. It's just I'm caught in a weird fuzzy area that I don't know where to go from here or which way to judge. And I don't know who to get mad at for derailing the program in such a fashion. Do I get mad at the Torres Selected Company for putting this product out? Or do I get mad at the state of California for being so mealy with their regulations? Who knows what the heck the truth is, but needless to say, this is one for the books. No, Swinkies, I shouldn't be giving you potato chips to begin with. I sure as hell ain't giving you these. Eggs are one of those magical foods, Swinkies. Depending on which way the wind blows, they're either good for you or they're killing you. And there's a bad wind in the air. I can feel it. I want to try to be as fair as I possibly can to this product, alright? Because there's a good chance that somebody from the TORRES company might be watching this right now. Your product is very, very good, very well made, very delicious! If this were a show like any other, I would consider this a 4-star product easy. You can hold your heads high for a job well done. But this little sticker on the back, this warning on the label, man, it sucks. It sucks so hard that it had to be there. Don't get me wrong, I love it for being there because this is need-to-know information, but man, I hate that it's there. It just throws a wet blanket over everything good that could come out of it. We have fun here on Limbo Grub, but one thing that is never ever fun is cancer. It's affected all of us in some form or another, and I'm scared to say that it's strong on both sides of my family. When I see a label like this, all I see in this bag is a needless risk. And it doesn't help matters the verbiage that this label uses. You've seen similar warnings on cigarettes and artificial sweeteners. They usually either say these ingredients are linked to cancer, have been proven in some cases to cause cancer, or have caused cancer in some lab animals. The way that this is written here, they're basically saying this will cause cancer! And what gets me most about this, the thing that they probably did as a precautionary measure, but probably ends up shooting themselves in the foot even more so as a result, is not saying what the chemical is! Not telling us? It makes it seem so much worse, doesn't it? That leads me to believe, if they did tell us what this mystery ingredient was, and the customer were to do their own research on said chemical, that we would witness one horror story after another, that the research would support that this was as deadly as we think that it might be. But how can that be if California was the only state who made this assessment? It cannot possibly be as bad as we think because everyone else in the world says that it's fine. And if it's as harmful as this label would have you believe, would they even be allowed to put it on store shelves? No, you need to tell us outright what this chemical is, because not telling us only makes it more of a mystery that makes people think the worst, and people want to know what they're putting in their bodies! And just in case the people at the TORRES company are watching this and are already plotting to have this video taken down that I'm slandering your good name or something, no sirs! No, I give you this video as a gift, as a warning, because I represent the average Joe Schmo who's gonna buy a bag of these. I guarantee if they see that label, they're not gonna buy it. I'm just an outsider looking in. I don't know who's right in this case, but if the situation is your company versus the state of California, and you guys truly believe that you're in the right, you need to work to get them to see your point of view. You need to take the proper steps to get this accursed label off of here. Because until you do, it's gonna cost you a whole lot of legal tender and revenue. It doesn't matter what part of America the consumer is in, the consumer in New York is gonna see this label and they're gonna be scared off just the same. I'm not slandering, I'm not spreading rumors about your product, I'm showing you what the average consumer is going to think. If this shit isn't true, you need to fix it! And here I was at the start of this episode, I was in such a good mood. I thought I was looking at a product that I could just rip open and eat the whole bag in front of all y'all with a smile on my face. I thought I was looking at a brand new obsession. But because I had the nerve to read the tiny fine print on the label, this product wasn't what it was cracked up to be. And with that, it all comes full circle. That's what us in the comedy biz call a callback, ladies and gentlemen. It's your good buddy DJ Clive saying, until next time, I'll see you in Limbo. I think I'm gonna go sulk somewhere.
Freaking zzzz. Just my luck. It's always Folly DJ. Folly DJ.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Is that someone's voice I hear? Hello? Who's that voice on the other side of this thing?
Classic Gamer? Is that you in there?
Well, I'll be. If it isn't DJ Clive. What a small world we're living in, huh?
Dude, this is like so rad. How are things over there in the real world?
Well, you know, going in between adventures and stuff. Wait a minute. What's that thing? How am I even talking to you without a phone?
It's called a zizzizizizix. It's like a blue black hole. It separates the real world from Limbo. My dogs actually used it to get here without having to go through the afterlife.
Huh. I see. Well, the machine is so small, though.
You're telling me I can barely fit my head through this thing.
Must drive you nuts. The real living world is here, so close. You can smell it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I just got an idea. And just so you know, you can only huge for this one. Here you go.
Is that what I think it is?
Is that in your pocket?
Oh, you mean this? It's the remote I used to bring fictional characters to the real world, and
I don't believe it. With my screwdriver and your remote together, we can both teleport to the real world. This is it. This is the moment. This is the moment.
yes, here it comes. Your happy end, dudes, your happy end. Just as you return, I'll run the remote back. Just don't forget. What are you waiting for, dude? Go grab a screwdriver and let's do this thing! DJ? What on earth are you doing?
Classic gamer. Thank you so much for the gesture. But I can't do this. As much as I want, as much as I've dreamed about this is not how my story ends. Even exchange.